to invite my friends Josh and Ashleigh Reese up, and they're gonna share some things with you. Josh and Ashleigh are members here. They serve here. Ashleigh serves with our students, and I have a teenager in that youth group, and I know he loves her. And so she serves with our students and our kids and does a lot. And then Josh plays guitar. He does sound, and pretty much a lot of other stuff. So yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys a few questions. Is that cool? And then you guys can take turns preaching. All right. Hey, so by the way, they give time, talent, and treasure. And so I want you to see their hearts and how they invest with their treasure in this church. So what led you to desire to give back to Jesus?
So I can start, and I think, first off, I think it's a command for us to give of those three things: time, talent, and treasure. But also, I think it's cool when you see the return on your investment. It's like you're making an investment in something. You want to see how it plays out and what the benefits that come to that. And so I know Ashleigh and I are very passionate about Image Church and all the amazing benefits that we're seeing from the investments that we're all making in the community and in the church. But I also think, like, we should give He's given us so much. God has given us so much blessing that it's the least that we can do to give back to Him. And in fact, I think we need to give the first fruit of what we're getting. Like, give that first before we even use those things for anything else. And so that's something we've always tried to do in our marriage and really making that the priority.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Ashleigh. Hey, so why do you give to support the mission of this church?
So I wrote some notes because I could talk all day. So I'm trying to keep on track. Sorry, but what I love about Image is that the mission of this church is to bring Jesus both globally and locally. And we've had the opportunity and privilege to visit a lot of different churches throughout this area, and then when we lived in Texas. Of many different traditions and denominations, and a lot of places have a focus on the world, and that's important, and I'm not discounting that. Like, Jesus is for the world, but I also think, like, the lost is all around us, and I think sometimes that gets lost. I don't think we need to conflate the comfort that we experience in the United States with a relationship with Jesus. Like, it's no less important, even if your life is comfortable, and so I think it's really important that we focus on that here. And for example, like, I love what we're doing with partnering with Fredland Middle School. I was a teacher many years ago, and I taught in a high needs school, and I had kids who, where their next meal was coming from was not a guarantee, or known, or having more than one change of clothes. So, like, I love what we're doing there. I think it's so important. And then the other thing that I love about this church is how passionate we are about serving the next generation and raising up the next generation for Christ. And I love what you got to see from Thomas this morning. Like, we are blessed at this church with some pretty incredible youth. Like, what they are doing and what they are experiencing, and, like, listening to some of them just talk about, like, their love for Jesus and how hungry they are for it. Like, it is incredible. We have some incredible kids here. And, like, when I get to serve with the older set of kids in the mornings, like, their biblical knowledge blows me away. So I love that, like, we are here for the next generation. And with that, I will stop talking.
All right. Hey, but you kind of have it. Like, what would you say to encourage someone to give today?
Like you said, time, talent, treasure, and I think there's instances throughout the Bible of seeing how, like, God used people who, like, shouldn't have been used. Like, I think we get lost in like, romanticizing what, like, oh, the disciples, they were fishermen, isn't that nice? Like, that's a dirty job. Like, and they were not, like, the educated and the elite members of Israel. Like, basically, it's like Jesus went down to, down the road to the U-Haul and got the day laborers and said, hey guys, come on, instead of, like, searching for work, let's go search for, like, people. Like, or he went to Wall Street in 2009 after the financial meltdown and grabbed Matthew from Lehman Brothers and was like, instead of, bringing down the downfall, like, let's go and save some souls. And so it's like, if those are the people that he could use, then, like, why not you? And I just wanted to share this from Chronicles real quick. By the way, if you're looking for a place to start in the Bible, Chronicles is not where I would start. It's a little bit dry, but this piece did speak out to me. So it's 1 Chronicles 9, verse 28, and then a little bit. So it says, some of them had charge of the utensils of service, for they were required to count them when they were brought in and taken out. Others of them were appointed over the furniture and over all the holy utensils, also over the fine flour, the wine, and the oil, and the incense, and the spices. Others of the sons of the priests prepared the mixing of the spices. And so it kind of goes on like that. It's like it doesn't matter how small it is. Like there's something that anyone can do, and it can be used. Like counting the utensils, I would not be good at that. I would have to like restart because I would forget how many I had counted. But like somebody else would be really awesome at that. Like,
That's
you know, you don't want me to plan an event because 80% of it will be planned at 2 o'clock in the morning the day of the event. But I can show up at youth group on Sunday nights and make a fool out of myself. Like there is a place for you, and there's a place that like God can use you and the gifts that you have been given. So don't like discount what you have, because what you have is more than enough.
I can't follow that.
You done?
Done.
Hey, thanks. Give him a hand, all right? Hey, that was awesome, man. That was so good.